Gemini. So this is for the sun in Gemini or the rising sign. And I'm bringing you 5 key points, 5 key dates, 5 key life areas to tell you about all the astrological energies for the month of August 2023. Let's start with the beginning, because on the first of all, you need to know, so this is point number 1, you need to know that there are 7 cosmic bodies retrograde this month. Not only 6 of the outer planets, but we also have Chiron, who is the asteroid that went retrograde on the 23rd of July. We have a Mercury retrograde. I know, I'm sorry. It happens, it's happening nearly, well, it happens again at the end of the year, I think, towards the end of December. But this one is in Virgo, but I'll come to that in a minute. Let's really have a look at what point 1 is about, because we have a full moon on the 1st in the sign of Aquarius, and this is your 9th house. This is higher education. It's about higher kind of energies and sort of connecting with those higher vibrations and frequencies. It's also about travel. It's also about long distance travel, truth, the law, legal matters. What's going on in your life, Gemini, that needs to have closure brought to it? Is there something of a legal nature that needs to be closed or finally put to bed? Is there something to do with learning that you've actually completed, that you will get, you know, congratulated for because you've achieved what you set out to do? And also, it may be, if you're planning to travel, that your travel plans get changed. That's another possibility with this energy. Let's see what else is happening, because also we need to look at the fact that there is a T-square, which is like this, with this full moon from Jupiter in Taurus in your 12th house. This is the inner you, to that moon in Aquarius in your 9th house, and to the sun in Leo, nearly losing my place, Leo in the 3rd house of communication. So, you know, Gemini, you're a sign that communicates. It's very important to you. This is a month for you to really think very carefully before you speak, because that T-square is going to absolutely exacerbate and enlarge and possibly enrage anyone who does not really see where you're coming from. Make sure your thinking has clarity, is clear, because Mercury, your ruling planet, which does go retrograde this month, I know, I'll come to that in a minute, is in Virgo, which is about attention to detail. So you need to think about that really kind of carefully, because Virgo is your 4th house. You just need to be mindful of this energy. But let's move on to point 2, because point 2 is on August the 16th. Yes, we're on August the 16th already. And it's a new moon in Leo, and this is your 3rd house of communication. So let's see, it's a new moon. So maybe you've paid attention to what I talked about with the full moon and about being mindful about what you said, because the new moon in Leo in your house of communication is giving you a chance to start afresh, to talk about things in a new way, in a different way. And this new moon is actually, though, squaring, that's challenging, Uranus, my big outer boy Uranus, that's in Taurus in your 12th house. So what does this mean? Well, you could really flip this energy. You can turn this on its back, and you can sort of actually go within If anyone says anything to you that you don't like around the energy of this new moon, that is kind of stopping you dead in your tracks, giving you a kind of stop sign to new plans that you want to do, this is about you actually taking a step back, going within and going, maybe they've got a point. That would be really good use of this energy. Mars, our planet of energy and action, in your 4th house Virgo, is trining Uranus in Taurus in your 12th. So it's giving you a little bit of backup from the home front. So whoever you're with at home, home and family will back you up on this. Let's move on to point 3. Because point 3 on August the 23rd is when the sun, our wonderful life giver, our soul, the soul of our universe, really. It's the center of our particular universe, because without it, none of us would be here. Excuse me. And so the sun on the 23rd moves into Virgo, into your 4th house. So it's shedding light on the home, on the family. I think this just brings in some really positive energies into this part of your chart. Also, what's interesting is that this is the day when Mercury, our planet of communication, turns retrograde. So it goes retrograde from the 23rd of August until September the 15th. So remember, with retrogrades, we get a chance to revisit, relook, redo, rethink, revitalize, re-energize. Maybe this is a time for you to sit back and review what you've achieved. Maybe you've done some work in the home and it's time to sit back and just have a look at what you've done and enjoy it, quite simply. So that would be interesting use of this energy. And let's move on to point 4, because point 4 is on August the 27th. And point 4 is about the sun, of course, in your 4th house, Virgo. There's a lot of energy in mutable signs this month. So we've got Virgo, we've got your ruling planet, Mercury. We've got this energy that really kind of highlights the mutability of Virgo and Gemini. And so the sun is in Virgo and it's opposing Saturn in Pisces in your 10th house. Now, this is the 27th, and remember, Pisces is the part of your chart to do with your career, your soul path, your life direction, your passion. And Saturn has been trying to put some boundaries down. Saturn's retrograde at the moment, so it's trying to just show you how you can collect your thoughts, collect your energies to really do something constructive with this life area. Career, passion, soul path, soul journey, hobby. And the sun in opposition is almost like saying, look at what you've done so far. What is this tension between home and your passion and the journey of your life that you want to kind of unfold? What is that about? Does something have to give? There's a lot of that kind of energy around this month. I think it's about you reassessing your values and what's important to you. I think you're getting edgy and fidgety, Gemini. Something is not sitting right, sort of in your gut, actually. It's just you need something to shift and change. And also on the 27th, Mars, our planet of energy, our planet of assertion, our planet of sexuality, enters Libra, which is your 5th house of fun. So, excuse me, maybe this is a good way to kind of just get some of those energies going and get those energies out, you know, flirting with whoever. You know, you are quite flirtatious, Gemini. You do like to talk and communicate with people and find out about them and just see what makes people tick. So I think that this Mars energy is going to shift your focus a little bit onto having a bit of fun, which is great. And also very important, on the 29th, this is all part of point 4, Uranus in Taurus, in your 12th house of the inner you, goes retrograde. Remember, I always talk about retrogrades being review, renew, relook, redo, reassess. It's in this part of your chart that is to do with the inner you. This can be where you feel restricted, where you in particular, Gemini, just don't want to be caged in. You want to break out. That Uranus energy is really making you feel you want to break out. It's retrograde from the 29th of August till January the 27th, 2024. So you're going to have to get used to this kind of revisiting certain parts of your psyche as it moves backwards through your 12th house. But I will talk about that more at a later date. Let's move on to point 5, because point 5 is about our full moon in Pisces. We have 2 full moons this month. Excuse me. So this makes this one a blue moon. And I could break into song, but I won't, because then I'll trigger copyright and then I'll be, oh, I don't know, anyway. They block you or something. So anyway, moving on to the full moon in Pisces. So this is your 10th house of career. It's conjunct that retrograde Saturn, and Uranus, that's retrograde, of course, in your 12th house, is actually trining, which is helpful, transformative Pluto in Capricorn in your 8th house. So let's just try and make some sense of this energy, because this is really about you getting your head round how you want to proceed, how you want to move forward with your particular life path, whatever that is for you. And Uranus actually is helping you because it's reminding you of certain sort of areas of your psyche that you've overlooked, ways that you could actually connect better with others. And I think this full moon conjunct Saturn in Pisces is saying, look, slowing down really pays off. Slow down. You can close off certain things that really don't need to be here anymore and see what unfolds from here on in. There we go, Gemini. So thank you so much for joining me for your August horoscope. This is Penny Dix saying please like, comment and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.